Section 8.5, eutrophication. How could we do a unit on water pollution without talking about eutrophication, even though I feel like we talk about it all the time? Eutrophication, excess nutrients in the water is eutrophication. Anthropogenic, how can we not use that word? Humanly caused is a type of cultural eutrophication. It's especially nitrogen and phosphorus that leads to our algae blooms. It leads to that high BOD. You should know that's biological oxygen demand, and dead zones. Waterways that are low in oxygen are anoxic or hypoxic, meaning no or very low oxygen. Look at our little diagram over here of eutrophication. We have nitrogen and phosphorus. They cause an increase in phytoplankton, which leads to that algae bloom. The algae die, they decay and use up all of the oxygen. I like this diagram here. So first, the fertilizer is spread on the land. It gets washed away by the rain, absorbed in the soil. The fertilizer is transported to a lake by an underground river. It can also happen on an above ground river. It doesn't have to be underground. The fertilizer causes an overgrowth of the aquatic plants because the plants are happy. They're like, oh, look, all this extra nitrogen and phosphorus, and causes algae on the lake. That means the sunlight can't reach the bottom of the lake. And then the bacteria decompose the algae, which then use up all the oxygen, which makes the lake anoxic or without oxygen, which causes the organisms like that fish skeleton at the bottom down there to die. An oleotrophic waterway is sort of your ideal one. It's low in nutrients. It has stable algae. You want some algae, but not too much. And it's high in dissolved oxygen. Sources of eutrophication, we've talked about many, and there's many listed here. We have things like sewage, whether it's treated or untreated, it's still going to have nitrogen and phosphorus in it. Things like detergents, they make a lot that have less nitrogen and phosphorus, but it's still definitely in the bulk of them. Combustion can put NOx into the air, which can then end up into the water. So those nitrogen compounds can end up that way. Fertilizer and manure will both put nitrogen and phosphorus into water. And then runoff from cultivation, from mining, from construction, and from poor land use.